in our sport, but Garry Tonon, somebody you know something about,
Yeah.
just always brings it. One of the most entertaining grapplers in the sport today.
Absolutely.
I love this match.
Man, this is a great match. I mean, this whole division was so deep, but yeah, this is a fantastic matchup.
Dante, he faced off against Wagner Rocha earlier on today. Lost a very tight decision against that match. Garry Tonon lost to JT Torres. Another close one. I couldn't see what happened. It was on another mat, but Dante and Garry up now. Dante sucking Garry back in that half guard, using that shin to maintain some distance there, trying to make some space underneath so he can invert possibly. Garry doing a great job maintaining top posture. Now underhooking the leg is Garry Tonon.
Yeah, and what Dante does, that was nice. That was a nice Imanari
nice
roll from the
spin.
top.
I mean, it's pretty rare to see the Imanari roll right from there.
Yep, from the top position.
It looks like you knew that was coming, Sean.
Yeah, and he slipped the knee line. Yep, might have seen this in a time or two.
And Dante with the back take attempt on Garry, controlling the hips of Garry Tonon is Dante Leon.
And you know, Dante is so strong at inverting and getting to people's backs. I mean, he is exceptionally good at that. So
you know, we talk about risk versus reward. We said the mount escape almost can set you up to getting guillotined. And when we look at these positions, sometimes they kind of play into each other. You got to make sure it's real tight. Sometimes, you know, a pass attempt can end up getting your heel left out there. Everything's got to be super tight, especially in the bronze medal. A lot of prestige on the line here.
Yep. And as you mentioned, both guys just have outstanding campaigns to get here. Garry rolls through. He's trying to suck that far leg in there. Not able to do it as Dante kept that hook nice behind the knee and stayed safe.
Garry with a nice little,
yes, a little
tip there.
A little pull. And
you know, Garry Tonon, one of the most exciting, but definitely one of the most unorthodox grapplers in ADCC history. He's been competing since 2013 in China, and he's had great success at this competition. Has not got the gold, but is always one of the fan favorites here.
Yeah, his style is so open and fun to watch.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see him jump in the absolute tomorrow.
He's done it before.
Yep.
Overhook here for Garry. A nice little body lock here. Now, Dante needs to put his hips in, but the problem, there you go. That's what happens when you don't put your hips in. When you have a body lock and you don't put your hips in, that's exactly what happens. You get Haraya Goshi'd. And that was dangerous. When you have a body lock and you leave your hips open like that, that opens you up for a big toss, and that's just what happened there. Now, but there's no points, so it doesn't really matter. Leon recovered nicely into half guard. I think Leon's thinking that if he puts his hips in, he's getting Kani Basami'd, and that's you have to be aware of that.
I was talking about the risk versus reward here, and I was going to say, I kind of forgot midway, but it seems like the tail of the tape here on a lot of matches is, you know, the risk, if you try the leg lock, how do you expose the back? And we're seeing that a few times here.
Yep.
It's happened twice where Garry's attacking the legs, and Dante's using that opportunity to try to get to his back.
Yep.
Garry Tonon continuing to attempt to pass on the top. And, you know, what's exciting to see about Garry, it's not always like he's trying to pass, he's just constantly trying to submit.
Yeah. He's just looking for opportunities and
setting up a chain of submissions from lock to lock.
Leon is wise to that one quickly. And
I'll give Dante a ton of credit. You know, this is his first ADCC, but he's fought so well.
Yeah.
He looked like he's an experienced competitor at the ADCC rule set.
I've said this, called many of Dante's matches recently, and I say he just keeps getting better and better. He just keeps looking better and better all the time, and this kid has a really bright future ahead of himself. Tonon tries to pull that leg into cross usher, but not successful. It's 20 seconds still till the points.
Dante maintaining double unders there. And I think, you know, where Garry has most opportunity with his game to win is in that opening 5 minutes with those submission attacks. You know, as he's so unorthodox, when it gets to the later part of the match, he's not one that's known for to be a point player per se. So sometimes that might expose, you know, being scored on.
Yep.
So Dante bringing it past the 5 minute mark is definitely could play into favor for him.
I'd say the only I think the advantage in the wrestling department could go to Garry. So, you know, that could play a factor. We'll see. Now Gary's in on the legs. He got it.
Oh, he gets the submission. Garry Tonon. Beautiful submission.